So you want to start manifesting, but you don't even know where to begin. Good news is you are already a manifester. Everybody manifests lots of things. It's the natural law of attraction. But let's say that you're at a point in your life where you want to manifest things faster. Welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Rachel, and I am here to talk to you today about the very first thing that you should be doing before you try to deliberately manifest anything. The first thing you really need to get good at is finding the higher version of yourself. I want you to think about this. Every day there's a new version of you. You are always creating a new version of yourself. So when you think about the you as a child, that version is different than you as a teenager, who is different than you a couple of years ago, maybe is different from the you last week. The you today is not going to be the same you as a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So when you think about something that you really want to manifest in your life, it is incredibly important that you imagine what that version of you is going to look like. Because if there's something that you really want in your life that you don't already have, it's because that version of you hasn't been created yet to get what you want. If that version already existed, you would already have that thing that you want. Now, this is what you're going to practice once you've figured out who that person is. You are going to ask yourself, how would that version of me respond? And here's a hard truth. If you can't be honest with the answer to this question, then you might find that you're not quite ready to start deliberately manifesting yet. And that's okay. But it is really important that you're honest with yourself when you ask these hard questions, because you will find that sometimes you don't like the answer. After you figure out what that higher version of yourself would look like, and after you ask the question and give yourself an honest answer, how would that higher version respond? Then you are going to start responding in that way. Let's look at an example to clarify. Let's imagine you want to lose 10 pounds. The first thing you're going to do is imagine the version of yourself that has already lost the weight. Think about how they feel, think about how they look, think about the things that they're saying, think about the things that they've done to get to that point. Then throughout your day, you're going to continue to ask, how would that version of myself respond to this situation? So when you go grocery shopping, what would that version of you buy? When you get a craving for the food that you want to avoid, how would the healthier version of you respond? When you're offered a second serving of a dessert, how would the healthier version of you respond? What sort of clothes would the healthier version of you wear? What sort of words would the healthier version of you say? The more you can get into the habit of questioning yourself, what would the healthier version of me choose, the more aware you will become of your decisions. Now, that is only half of the battle, because the more important piece is that not only do you identify with how they would respond, but then you need to start acting in that way as well. Because in order to be the version of you that you want to become, you have to start acting like that person. And remember, if you were already acting that way, you would already be that person. So there are changes that you need to make. And sometimes those are tough decisions, and sometimes those are hard, honest answers. But that is the key to becoming a really good, deliberate manifester. Understanding that what you want is within your reach, but there are certain things that you need to do to become the person who can achieve that thing. Now, you don't need to be really good at visualization in order to imagine this greater version of you. Think about when you were kids and when you played with dolls or action figures, toys of whatever. Imagination runs wild, and then we become adults, and then we forget how to play. But doing this manifestation is exactly like being a kid playing with your dolls. You make up stories, you reenact things, you play them out exactly as if they're happening. And as a kid, you don't even think twice about it. That's what you need to start getting comfortable doing if you're looking to manifest things in your life. Whether you script it, whether you close your eyes and picture it, however it is that you decide visualization works for you, take that higher version of yourself and put them in certain scenes, put them in scenarios in your mind, and know that this self can exist. You just need to be aware and keep asking yourself the question, how would the higher version of me respond in this situation? And then make sure you act on it. Try this out for a couple of weeks and let me know what changes you notice in yourself. I can't wait to hear all about them. And until then, enjoy the joy.